Hello everybody, finally I'm delivering by making a masculine makeup tutorial for cosplaying by cosplaying Jinu from Kpop Demon Hunters. One thing I always do no matter who I am cosplaying is wash my face before putting on any makeup. I already have really sensitive skin, so if I don't wash my face, my skin will break out more than it already does naturally. Another thing I do is moisturize my skin because I also have very dry skin, so when I do this, it makes the makeup on my face look a lot smoother. Now I like to use two different sponges, one with a sharp edge and one that's round. Why are you mewing? Next is primer, and I use the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. So I just like to put that on my hands and then rub it through my skin and then gently pat it into my face. Now for the foundation I use, I took a survey on Il Maquillage to figure out which one would match my tone best, so it really helps blend in my skin. So what I do is I put some on my hand, then I just dab it onto my face with my fingers before going in later with a sponge and blending it even further. And for the foundation that I use, it recommends that I let it sit on my face for about 5 minutes, so that's what I do here. For concealer, I like to use the Sharp Edge sponge, and I also have two different shades of concealer. One that's more for a paler complexion, and the other one matches my foundation so that I can cover any blemishes that I have on my face. For masculine cosplays, I really like to use my paler concealer to go under my eye to make my contour stand out more. Also, that's a concealer brush, I forgot to say I use that too. And I just like to rub that under my eye, under my nose, on my chin, and just above my eyebrows. And here I'm going in with my skin tone concealer to cover any blemishes that I have on my skin. And this is back with the paler concealer. Now it's time for setting powder. And maybe don't play Stray Kids while you're doing makeup, I get distracted. We know this. Now as I'm getting distracted again, what you're gonna do next is go in with the powder and put it over anywhere that you put any concealer. Now this is exactly why I don't make tutorials, because I keep getting distracted, bro. Anyway, you're gonna get your bronzer or your contour. I kinda use them both for the same thing, but you know. Now you're gonna grab a brush similar to the one I am using right there, and you're gonna make strokes towards your ear. And basically just follow where I am pointing in the video. It's kinda hard to explain, but try to follow your natural cheekbone as much as you can. Now my wonderful recording got cut off here, but basically what I did is I went in with my natural concealer and I filled in under the contour to define it more, and then went in with the powder on top. And here I'm pointing out his jaw. He's a very defined jaw, so I'm basically just adding some contour just right under my chin. Now this is a contouring stick. I only use that for my jawline. I just don't like using it on my nose or my cheek unless I'm cosplaying some character that has like extreme contouring. So I go in with the contour brush and I just blend that in. Now I'm going in with the powder and I'm just blending in where I added any of the contour under my jaw. Now for contouring the nose, I go in with my bronzer again and an eyeshadow brush, and I basically just follow the lines that I'm pointing out right here. Now to get that masculine look, it's really important to go under the eyebrow and just really fill that in with the contouring. And it's everyone's favorite part, add the powder on top again. Now this is just something I do, I don't know why, but I just like to add contour where I'm pointing on the video. And for eyeshadow, this is the palette I use. It is disgusting, but I use that like lighter brown color, and I go in basically how I did with the contouring, but now I'm going further out in the eye, and I try to make that pretty much as dark. It depends on the character and what I'm doing, kind of like what their color scheme is, but since Jinu doesn't really have much of a color scheme, I kind of just went with like a darker brown that kind of can mix as contouring and bronzer. Now for one of my favorite parts, you go in with a smaller brush and you just basically blend the eyeshadow under your eye now. I also now change color to like more of a red, and I just try to really get like under the corner of my eye, basically right where I'm doing it. It just adds a little bit more depth and color. I've just always done this. And highlighter, you just add that basically same area. You'll see the corners of my eye are what I really focus on. It just helps really give that like, give your eye more of a vibrant look to it. And then now I also go in and add some with my finger. Then I just add some highlighter to my nose to highlight the contour. And here we pray to the Lord that the eyeliner does not get messed up. So this is the eyeliner I use, which is the liquid eyeliner. And there I'm just mapping out how Jinu looks and trying to replicate that on my own eye. And sometimes it's lopsided, so I just fix a few things. Now to get the manly eyebrows. Now, Jinu's eyebrows, they're thick. They're very thick. And most men's eyebrows are. So I try to really darken my eyebrows and just make them a lot thicker, and I feel like that really just helps sell that masculine look. And yeah, they're gonna look huge. And now for the lips, I just like to use a lip plumper. Sometimes I'll add more color, but Jinu just kind of has natural looking lips, so the lip plumper kind of just was enough by itself. Anyway, now I go in with highlighter and I just add a little bit around my lips. The fit is on, and I forgot to do my setting spray, so that is what I am doing right there. Oh my god, stop dancing! Now that wig is a rat's nest, so I did not film myself styling it, so maybe someday I will make a tutorial on wig styling, but not today. And here's the final look! Yay! Thank you guys for watching. I know this is a bit disorganized, especially since it was my first tutorial, but please stay tuned for more.